It's been exactly 3 months since farmers across India have marched onto Delhi, setting up camp around the country's capital. They're protesting 3 new agricultural reform bills impacting their livelihood. While protests have been mostly peaceful, what's caught the attention of the global community has been the federal crackdown on these protesters. One Canadian who's joined the demonstration spoke to us about the scenes on the ground.
There was no access to the washroom. It was super hard for me. Like, I literally had to walk 2 kilometers where I used to sleep just to go to the washroom.
India being the world's largest democracy, simply in virtue of that, what's happening in India, just like what's happening in the United States, has an enormous impact in terms of the status and health of democracy in the world.
Video footage shows concrete barriers and metal spikes, blocked access to toilets, reports of internet outages and arrests of journalists and advocates, raising alarm bells for human rights advocates. In what's being called the largest protest in human history, farmers say the new reform bills will loosen long-established rules around pricing, storing and selling crop, particularly for small-scale farmers.
They're worried that the government, which currently provides what's called a minimum support price to basic staples, for many small farmers in India, which make up 86% of the population of farmers in India who face indebtedness, rising costs, lower prices over time, that they're going to get squeezed by these big corporate houses who will be able to determine prices and push them downwards. And also within the framework of the laws is the lack of any legal recourse, that the farmers can't take these corporate houses to court.
One Canadian we spoke with went to India as soon as the protests erupted. He says that despite not being born there, his connection to the land and those who feed it drove him to act. But we're protecting his identity. Amid the arrests of multiple advocates, he worries backlash would hinder his return to Canada.
What I have come to know is that they're tracking people down who are coming from like Canada, US, or any other country to support the farmers. They're actually tracking them down, like what they're up to, what they are doing, where they are.
But it's part of the broader pattern, which is, I think, what's really important for observers to understand, is that this government, since it's come into power in 2014, has fairly systematically attacked and challenged and dismantled many different institutions, norms, and practices of Indian democracy.
According to national data, more than 28 farmers commit suicide each day, often due to growing debts. Farmers' unions adding that over the span of the protests, nearly 250 farmers have also died. Still, with a hot summer around the corner, many are setting up camp in tractors for the long haul. From Toronto, Sumeet Dhami, City News.